Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're taking a quick look here at Algorand. Awesome stuff here. We got a really cool pattern forming. I want to kind of discuss that with you and help you understand, best practice and big picture in situations like this, right? Because we can kind of understand generally when this kind of pattern forms, the price action is more likely to break upwards than downwards. But once again, we got to reaffirm that support level. Okay, so we'll talk about that and much more, but generally speaking, we're looking at an ascending wedge pattern here. We have a previous high that has established itself as a current resistance level. We've tentatively broken through that. We can come back down to retest that as a support. We'll be in great shape to see this price continue higher. So Algorand's looking prime for the picking at this point. And again, thanks again for joining me here. If you are new to the channel, not a financial advisor, love to teach people to trade. I really hope you can learn something here today. And if you do, comment below, let me know. Love to hear it. Like, follow, subscribe. Also help us build our Twitter community here. We're actually got a lot of new followers over here. It was really great. We just started this last week. So we're trying to get this up and running to kind of get you as much technical and fundamental data as possible, right? So keep you in the know, make sure that you're familiar with everything that we have to offer, and effectively just make sure you're a better trader. That's the whole thing. We're better because of it, because when we have a community and the aspect of working together, it makes things so much easier. So again, we got an awesome group over at Discord there. We took some massive profits recently as well from Bitcoin and Render token. And Algorand's on the horizon here for another potential profit. So what we want to look at is a few things here. First of all, this isn't all sunshine and rainbows just yet, right? And the reason why I say that is because Algorand was hit pretty hard here recently, and we came very, very low. So the simple way to address this here is that dollar cost averaging might be an appropriate way to go until we get confirmation, because we don't have confirmation we're above this key level resistance just yet. And we haven't been above since April 18th. In other words, it's been 2 months straight of just straight downtrend. So getting back up over 50 on the RSI is extremely important. Okay. So again, we've seen these kind of patterns before. Until they break out, we want to kind of be cautious and optimistic, but don't be too foolhardy, right? So let's take a look at the moving average as well. We can see that we are above, once again, tentatively above the 20-day SMA, and that is trending right there perfectly at that 12.5 cent mark. Okay, so 12.5 is a point what we need to kind of pay close attention to and see if it holds. If we can close above this level here today, I think we're going to be in good shape for a continuation here as well. We can also see here we're above our previous week high. So that's a great sign. That's kind of trending really close to that level. And if we take a look at our monthlies, those are pretty far away. We don't need to worry about those just yet. But bottom line is we do have some resistance levels that we need to concern ourselves with potentially later. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame and kind of see. We're up over 70 right now, so that could work as a support level moving forward. We've got a MACD convergence also, which is great. And TD sequential is telling us we're at a 7. We're seeing this across a lot of other coins. So in other words, we have probably 8 hours continuation left to the upside before this will pull back. So I would say by the end of today's trading day, it would be safe to presume we might see a pullback to the level of 12.5. That would make sense. That's a very common theme you'll see in trading. Okay. Taking a look at the hourly, let's go ahead and see TD sequential is very similar here as well. Again, a lot of coins are reflecting this behavior, where we see a 9 on TD sequential, consolidation period, and an increase. We're up to a 5. So once again, that kind of coincides with that 4 to 8 hours left of continuation upwards. We should see some type of pullback later today. Leading into that, we probably likely see the price continue a little bit further from here. So we could really see the price action come up to that 12.75 or higher mark, but we'll double check that and see here. Let's take a quick peek over at Elliott Wave, see if it kind of tells us where we might see a retracement. Because Elliott Wave is really good about giving us pullbacks and potential realities of where the price may continue. Because again, it's very common for 0.382, 0.5, and 0.618 to be tested on the charts. Okay, so if the price does pull back and we lose this level at 12.5, we could very well see a bottom, of course, at 12.1, potentially 12 or 11.9. I'm rounding up a little bit on those, but generally speaking, those are the ranges we want to pay attention to moving forward. Let's see on the 15-minute if we have any confirmational signs here from CC Golden, kind of just telling us that we should have bought here and sold here. So this indicator is great about kind of giving us the low, buy low, sell high scenario. So if we bought there and sold high, it would have been about 3.5%, which isn't terrible, honestly. It's not quite an 8% gain like Bitcoin, but 3.5%, 10x, that's 35 to 70%, depending on if you're doing 10 to 20x, okay? Again, those are all things that I use in my trading community here. So just to kind of give you a quick perspective, we got some awesome traders here, by the way, sharing their gains. But when it comes to our premium group, we took some healthy profits here from Bitcoin at 40% in 4 days, which was a nice long from 25 to 28,000. Then of course we got in at Render for good position there. Hit 2 targets at 25% in 4 hours. So things are cranking pretty well. Our day trades are doing awesome too. Those are just smaller 5 to 10% gains, but those are consistent. Okay. Again, all inclusive with our premium package there. Be sure to check that out in your own time. But what I want to get at here is that we are in a position right now where the price action is still confirming further upside, and the likelihood of us continuing past this 12.6 mark is pretty high. Just bear in mind, by end of today's trading day, we should hit this overextended state, and a pullback would make sense. So we could see a rejection at 12.7. If we don't close above 12.7 a day, I think 12.5 would be a realistic consolidation zone, and then a leg up from there. Worst case, once again, 0.382 there at about 12, and or that's even lower at maybe 11.9. Okay, so there's a few different scenarios here in play. Once again, a lot of this is contingent on Bitcoin doing well and holding 30,000. We can hold that. I think coins like this, altcoins will start to increase. Bitcoin dominance will come down. We'll start seeing some alts start to surge. Pay attention to Ethereum. It's typically the ringleader for altcoins. If Ethereum starts taking off, contrary to Bitcoin going sideways, it's a really, really good sign to start going along with most altcoins. Yeah, just something to think about. I hope that you learned something here today. Thanks again so much for joining me here. Once again, help us grow our Twitter. Greatly appreciate your help there. And obviously, you want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is a site linked down below. Congrats to our new members who took some really healthy profits here recently. It's awesome to see that. Thanks again. We'll look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.